Claire and Marco had been together for 5 years. And while they were still wildly in love, the routines of everyday life had wrapped around them like a warm but predictable blanket. Work meetings, grocery lists, and mismatched calendars had crept between kisses. So when Marco surprised her with tickets to Provence, Claire laughed, threw her arms around his neck, and whispered, "Finally." From the moment their tiny rental car zipped away from Marseille, it felt like their hearts had shrugged off a few layers of stress. They rolled the windows down, letting in the scent of rosemary and sea salt, laughing at Marco's enthusiastic but inaccurate attempts at French. "Un baguetto?" he tried at a roadside stand. "You just added an O at the end. That's Italian." Claire giggled, doubling over as he sheepishly handed over euros. They arrived in the village of Salt just as the sun was beginning to cast golden shadows over the lavender fields. The scent was dizzying, sweet, herbaceous, and a little like magic. Claire stepped out of the car and turned in a slow circle, her summer dress catching the breeze. "I feel like I'm inside a painting." Marco walked up behind her and slipped his arms around her waist. "You are the painting." She rolled her eyes, but her cheeks went pink. Their little inn was straight out of a postcard, stone walls, blue shutters, and flower boxes overflowing with blooms. That night, they dined under string lights in the garden, sipping chilled rosé and sharing a tarte flambée. Marco fed her bites of apricot tart as Edith Piaf played softly in the background. "You know what I love about you?" he asked between bites. "I could make a list," Claire said with a wink. "You chase joy. Like you don't wait for it, you go find it. And somehow, I always end up finding it with you." Claire moved, leaned across the table. "That's the most romantic thing anyone has ever said to me while holding a fork." The next morning, they rented bicycles with clunky baskets and cycled through the Lavender route. The fields stretched endlessly on both sides, brilliant purple waves dotted with bees and butterflies. Claire stood on her pedals and screamed with glee as the wind caught her hair. "Race you to that tree," she shouted. "You're on!" Marco cheated by taking a shortcut, but Claire beat him anyway, throwing her arms up in triumph. They collapsed in the shade, sweaty and breathless, and kissed with the sun flickering through the branches above them. Later, they stumbled upon a small, local festival in another village. There were market stalls selling handmade soaps, woven baskets, and lavender honey. A folk band played nearby, and before long, Marco grabbed Claire's hands and pulled her into a clumsy, joyful dance. When the sun began to set, over the hills, casting a rosy glow across the fields, Claire whispered, "Let's never let routine win again." Marco kissed her forehead. "Deal. We'll take the long way home, every time." Epilogue. Back home, in their apartment, a little bottle of lavender oil sat on their windowsill. And, whenever the days got too noisy or too dull, Claire would open it, breathe in, and remember the girl who chased joy, and the man who never stopped chasing her. Thank you for listening. Have a great day or night wherever you are.